backpack on like this in the Seoul subway. Why do you think they're wearing it like this?
미국 펜실베니아 대학교 교수인 샘 리처드라는 사람은 학생들을 상대로 사회학을 가르치고 있는 교수입니다. 이 교수는 미국인임에도 불구하고 한국에 대한 관심과 존경심이 꽤나 높기로 유명한데요. 그가 이번 강의에서는 아시아 문화권에 속하는 중국과 한국 학생들을 상대로 인터뷰 형식으로 진행을 하며 각 나라들의 특징에 대해서 알아보는데요. 교수님은 오늘 수업의 주제에 대해서 말씀을 합니다. 바로 아시아권의 학생들이 미국에 처음 왔을 때 자신의 나라와 다른 점이 무엇이었는지요. 또 중국과 한국 사이에서의 특별한 차이점도 알아볼 수 있었습니다. 어떤 것들이 있었을까요? 먼저 중국 학생이 먼저 교수님과 대화를 하는 것으로 시작됩니다. 지금부터 교수님과 학생들의 대화를 귀 기울여 봅시다.
Chinese classroom is quite different from American classroom because, in China's university, maybe the rules and the structure are stressed more than anything else. So you don't behave out of your a certain kind of behaviors in the classroom. You have to sit, stand, and in a certain way that the teachers want you to do that. But in American classroom, I think you can basically do many things that you do many things that you want. So you can go out to go to the bathroom, and you can even sometimes eat something secretly, but that's not possible in China.
Even raise your hand and ask a question.
Yeah, you have to raise your hand in China before you answer the question. But in American classroom, you just shout out the answer, and it's not a big deal. So
it's really following. Yeah.
More freedom in the U.S.
And here?
People and actually everything. It's kind of like freedom.
Yeah. What do you mean freedom? Because when you say freedom here to Americans, this is good, right? They start thinking about you're talking about political freedom and freedom from the government and freedom from all the cameras that are watching you in China. But I don't think you're talking about that. You're talking about something else. What do you mean what ways do you experience greater freedom?
So the biggest difference I think is the freedom between, for example, maybe students and teachers.
Uh-huh.
For example, you and me, we can. I think our conversation is more freedom than I did with my teachers in China.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We can have kind of a back and forth.
I can say whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting who sits like this in a classroom, but I never, and none of my friends sit like this in my own country because I don't want the professor to think about me that I'm rude or.
Because if you do that, I'm gonna if I'm right now. So if you and I look, you were shaking your head, right? If we look out there and we see some people sitting like that, we're gonna notice them and they're gonna stand out this, right there. He's gonna stand out, and you don't want to stand out. Why don't you want to stand? Why don't you want to stand out? What's wrong with standing out? Because we learn to be unique and stand out. What's wrong with that?
I was gonna say maybe when I'm with my family, I'm not as outgoing. I don't make as many jokes or I don't talk as much. But then when I'm with my friends who are American, I feel like I am louder.
So in what? Yeah.
I think
yeah. What is that?
I think the thought process is you don't want to be a nuisance to anyone else. When I go in public, I still do this. I try not to sit near people because I feel like I'm bothering them. But then when you think about it from an American perspective, I feel like Americans don't actually care.
You don't sit near people because you don't want to bother them.
I don't want to bother people. But then when I feel like Americans don't think about that stuff. If you sit at the table next to them, they're gonna be oh, okay.
Right.
But
it doesn't.
I think about that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's you're constantly measuring. It's almost there's this radar going on, and you're measuring constantly all this energy around you. And,
yeah.
가만히 듣고 있던 리처드 교수는 주섬주섬 가방을 앞으로 매더니 학생들 앞에서 자신있게 자신이 한국에 갔다가 겪은 놀라운 일을 설명하는데요. 바로 한번 들어보시죠.
Their backpack on like this in the Seoul subway. Why do you think they're wearing it like this? Yeah, so you don't knock. Everyone's got their backpack like this. It's like you don't want to knock anybody. Meanwhile, check this out. My backpack is like this because I'm not thinking about it because I didn't at first, like, because I always change it when I get in the subway. My backpack is like this, and I'm like knocking somebody like this, and I'm knocking someone around, and then I'm realizing, oh man, hang on, got to change it around because you want to be small, right? And do you do this in China too? It's a thing. But it's like you want to be small. The last thing I want to do is knock into somebody. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in their space. I want to be really thoughtful and kind. And it's like, get out of the way. And people, when it's crowded, people are pushing around because you can't not do that. But it's like being really aware. I'm like, damn, man, that's this comportment thing, right? Like, don't just always be cognizant of other people around so you don't make anybody else uncomfortable.
It's more about, because our culture is more on like respecting other people. So it's not about like being shy.
Yeah.
So like,
No, it's not. I'm glad you're saying that because it's not like a whole row of shy people. No, you go to Korea or you go to China, it's like people aren't shy, but it's this interpersonal space in which there's just a deep respect.
I think like before Korea was modernized, we had Confucianism, which is like treat others with respect to elders and like having those culture. Like our country is really small, so in order to fight like bigger countries, like we had to be unified. So having that religion with like treating each other with respect, and now we're modernized and we don't have the religion, like the national religion, yet like the Confucianism is still like
It's
a part
still
of,
there.
Yeah, so I think it's not about like don't stand out, be reserved. It's more about we respect you as much as we respect you as much as we want to be respected.
Yeah.
한국의 많은 사람들이 지하철을 탔을 때 좁은 공간으로 인해 다른 사람들이 피해를 받지 않게 하기 위해서 가방을 앞으로 매는데요. 이것이 다른 외국인들의 관점에서 봤을 때는 각자의 나라에서는 쉽게 볼 수 없기 때문에 한국 사람들이 특별하게 보일 수밖에 없을 것 같습니다. 또 한 가지 더 이야기를 합니다. 한국의 지하철에 탔을 때 사람들이 빽빽하게 타 있었는데 노약자석이 비어 있었다고 말입니다. 사실 미국에도 지하철에 노약자석이 있지만 지하철에 사람들이 많이 타 있을 때 노약자석이 비어 있는 것은 쉽게 볼 수 있는 풍경은 아니라고 합니다. 그 정도로 한국이 얼마나 배려를 하는 민족인지 알아 놀라움을 금치 못했다고 하네요. 교수는 한국 사람들의 그러한 행동들이 어떠한 의미를 가지고 있는지 잘 설명해 준 뒤 학생들에게 뜻깊은 말을 선사합니다. 한국에서는 너무나 자연스러운 것이라고 말입니다. 그 정도로 리처드 교수님의 관점에선 한국 사람들이 그러한 행동을 하는 것은 너무나 일반화되어 있고 당연시 하는 것들이라는 것을요. 그리고 한 가지 더 처음부터 질서를 지키고 사람들이 이렇게 행동할 수 있게 만든 한국의 시스템에 감동받았다고 말입니다. 또한 이런 사람들의 매너가 오래오래 될 수 있는 것은 자신보다 남을 먼저 생각하고 최대한 피해를 주기 싫어하는 한국인들의 정이 아닐까 조심스럽게 생각을 해봅니다. 오늘 준비한 영상이 재밌으셨거나 흥미로우셨다면 구독과 좋아요 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다. 저희 채널은 전 세계의 각 나라의 사람들이 한국을 바라보는 좋은 관점을 여러분들에게 나누고 싶어 시작하게 되었습니다. 항상 함께해주시는 구독자 여러분, 시청자분들 너무나 감사드립니다. 더 좋은 영상으로 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다.